Tendalamo Yenufone.
Dr. Amwakohene.
Dr. Amwakohene.
Ashanti Regional Minister.
Mole Nzandre Region be no adavure.
Ordinary Onyam Efri Kumase ton.
Ovi Kumase ne han Nzandre Malino ton.
Aba Abedru.
Yega ha yasau.
Honorable Nemuya Obeyno.
Na Honorable Alabala.
Yabepese yebeyi empenifo e wa hanu bi atre.
Yabala ngbanyini mo wakeno kola mie modon ali.
Wonwa abani nyina no yabeda won adi.
Mo gala muala yabala be ali.
Afebio no yabesa srese.
Ake yaba zalebia konoko kai.
Si bambofo no mwayen.
Banbovuma abuaye.
Etre Ghana Police Service one
mwayen. Titiri Ghana agbolisi jimani.
Emma oma obia mecha yenimu hasei.
Mama arebia la ba pani yenyunu akezehe.
Said beya emma dwumedie no enye basabasa.
Amma yahura ya majimani aya kanama.
Eti di odikan no
mo olimwa wo krata yi azola.
Eye openi Elikem Kotoko.
Yemo ale Panyini Elikem Kotoko.
Deputy CEO Forestry Commission.
More CEO for Forestry Commission.
Yemo akwaba Elikem. Eno etre no
Yemanzi.
Dr. Gordon Kofi Safwedu.
Yella Dr. Gordon Kofi Safwedu.
Honorary Executive Director of Forest Services Division of the Forestry Commission.
Executive Director of Forest Services Division.
Yamawakwaba.
Yamawakwabo.
Kenneth Eja Ansa.
Kenneth Eja Ansa.
Or Director of Cyber Security.
Yemo Yale Director Cyber Security.
Yamawakwaba.
Yenzema ala yawa akwaba.
Honorable Kakra Yali, Presidential Staffer, Office of the Vice President.
Office of the Vice President. Honorable Kakra Yali, Presidential Staffer. Yenzema yawa akwaba.
Eno Danchaya.
Akimanzi.
Nana Kojo Toku, Western Regional Chairman of the NDC.
NDC ma amwala adoli manzilini be ebian travre. Nana Kojo Toku.
Afeyewo Honorable Joseph Nelson, Western Region Minister.
Akeyele Honorable Joseph Nelson adoli manzilini ye Minister Mwani.
Sanso aneyewo Yamame Angela List, CEO. Adamos Resources Limited.
Ake mvutuke dure eku ne mo wo ye nzemake Baba Nkroful oni imichali ale kane Yamame Angela List Adamos Resources Limited Begbanyini kpale mu ani CEO
Sanso ena bia me wo fapani awulai atibrukusu otoso miensa Paramount Chief Lower Axim.
Ake yemwala yegbanyini yovonyi awurai atibrukusu motors onsa Lower Axim awurai ne eshi.
And what you know, your Professor Samuel Akenya, a tenured Professor Emeritus at Kennedy King College in Chicago. He's our guest of honor. He's also here,
Professor Samuel Akenya, Mawa Kennedy King University, Mawa Chicago, United States of America, Malini Enula.
And Maurice so emphasize Honorable Docas Afo Tofe, MP Award Jomoro constituency, Jomoro MP. Aba Abedru
Akema megre fike ye melalile eye aleka mo ojino forma jomro melalile eye
Onua Deputy Transport Minister.
Honorable Dr. Safutofe ye mo yeze anko le Deputy Transport Minister elembele nzema ye wo akwaba
Sanso na Honorable Kofi Akunoko.
Honorable Kofi Akunoko odanoko
MP owo evaluate Jomoro Jura constituency.
Mole MP mo ola evaluate Jura Jomoro constituency ni anwa anze eyele kanela odawake.
Sansuna Honorable Mavis Kuku Abisi Ubuatin MP Ahanta West constituency.
Ake Honorable Mavis Kuku
Mavis Kuku Abisi
Ubuatin Mole Ahanta West constituency ojakenjina avone what melayile yike.
Honorable Joseph Ejekum eye host DCE.
Ake Honorable Joseph Ejekum all DCE your former Elembele
DCE. Sansuna Honorable Benedict Bwedi Municipal Chief Executive Jomoro.
Odiema Tanzo Imale Honorable Benedict Bwedi Municipal Chief Executive Jomoro Odanko Wake.
Honorable Herbert Kua Dixon Municipal Chief Executive Evaluate Jomoro Jura.
Odiema Biako Honorable Herbert Kua Dixon Municipal Chief Executive Evaluate Jomoro Jura. Anze in Zema East Municipality.
Honorable Ebenezer Edu, Municipal Chief Executive, Ahanta West.
Honorable Ebenezer Edu, Municipal Chief Executive, Ahanta West.
Sa enso ena mewamia minuaba.
Aki medamane media magala kon.
The daughter of Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah.
Mole yenenya Kwame Nkrumah agagala kon.
The former member of parliament for Jomoro constituency.
Mo mekane anu ole MP of former Jomoro constituency nila.
Samia Yaba Nkrumah.
Samia Yaba Nkrumah.
Baba abedru fefefe.
Enzemala ya wakwaba, lamala ya wakwaba, Nkroful ala ya wa akwaba.
Yina yema akwaba.
Yemuala ya bonua ya wa akwaba toto.
Eno edanchenya.
Yemo anzini.
Yeah, mame.
Yemuala ya mame.
Honorable Mamaga.
Honorable Mamaga.
Ablajifa.
Ablajifa.
Gomashi. Minister for tourism,
more ola tourism,
culture, and creative arts. She's also the member of parliament for Ketu South.
Honorable,
you are most welcome.
Yawa akwaba nzema yawa akwaba totoshi.
No edanchenya.
Yemo anzini.
Yem papa penny.
Ye papa kwanyini.
Doctor. Totobi. Kwache.
Odano ko yega.
Baba bedru.
Nzema ayawa akwaba.
Sa enso.
Zane ala ye.
And yawo Dr. Latte.
Yawle Dr. Latte.
Ghana Gas Company Deputy CEO.
Ghana Gas Company ne Ojakan Jinavo Anze Deputy CEO.
Dr. Akwaba.
Dr. Yamawo Akwaba Yabanzema.
Sanso ena.
Akibia Konoko.
Lawyer Yao Anoche Frimpong.
Lawyer Yao Anoche Frimpong.
Lawyer Yamao Akwaba.
Lawyer Yawo Akwaba.
Afeno.
Akibia Kon.
You were the Honorable Deputy Minister.
Yalla Deputy Minister
for Lands and Natural Resources. Honorable, welcome.
Mo yamene amabua onekania yemo ye ojionzila. Yawa akwaba ya banzema.
Eno edancheya.
Yemo anzini.
Yawo ye hine kesiya bako ewa ha.
Yalla ye manpe yalla ye awura agbere kun wa ake.
Yeah, na mahina. Ma tamemu ba ye.
Ma ovinyenda malenia no egala. Nana kabna enkatia ma tozo inu ye wo akwaba yemo ye ole esikado amahinene.
And what you know the host MP.
Ake yemo anzini ye melale ye alekane. Mojima dini amwala zokwa obati.
Ya basrana mo amo engaging penny forward so hanu mojai.
Ya basara ka be mo baningbanyi ala tenda wa agmakla.
Emwa dwumedie no.
Baba peso ba ma obo ala ka ola tenda ye jaka.
Ya basara obi amma soro ha.
Ya basara ka mama baba agumake ze ha.
Any penny bia mekasa.
Mama baba penyi bia la jejejena.
Njai sa.
Ba ma ye jachi na omo ajimani.
Let us say.
Ya be mo ka be nyandre babo ba ma ya.
Eno echi no.
Yemo anzini.
Yeah, the Honorable Minister for Lands and Natural Resources.
Mo azrane azrabo agudie niwala ola obatila.
He's also the member of parliament for Elembele constituency.
Member of parliament for Elembele Manjebani.
Ono na ye host.
Yemo ye jimadini amuala gwa obati.
Na wabone ho modern ye pa.
Na yebo onwo modern totoshia.
Juma wedino.
Jimama ilila.
Efimra ye share NkrumahFest ase.
Wa mekama ya ba NkrumahFest evuyane abo.
Dey piano.
Na ni European ye push.
Honorable.
Ya do honorable. Amabua. Honorable. Sa the hani ala de.
Honorable akawe.
Honorable Haiko.
Honorable wesu akem.
Honorable Yakenyale.
Honorable ajiwuti we free ho.
Honorable Chesa Flasona.
Artist we si akaka.
Chesa ye kafa mayo.
Honorable kawe petronim.
Honorable
petronim.
Honorable Shivio.
Honorable Dekofo here ska.
Honorable Yehia is go.
Honorable Sound of Forge.
Honorable is
Suso Genedi.
The mother boss and Rele Di.
Metre Yan Kasa Yenia.
Ye Mwana Yediema.
Yan Wafa.
Ye Wovoni.
Wabuaye.
Mobuaye.
One Ninuaba.
Mo Odiema Mamaga.
Honorable Emmanuel Ama Kofi That's it.
Yayomo.
Asafo mani yadamase.
Asafo mani yayebemo.
Yadase nkese nka musorenta na mama na anye late. Asafo mani na mwasada ama na anye late. Muna muye.
Bedebe ba mande imotiba manana hemozia.
Baby ayedri no.
Alekamo yedri.
Asese yeda.
Okay yeda.
Penia.
Ye kwanyiri
ono na behwe dwumadie yi atenemu
ye obala jimali ne anwa na ya denga
jemtenani
na ya ye ebia ntena avura ya va ya mayela
afia etwemu no
avura mo azen ahola
obai
ogale
ono na sanso ye dwumtenani
oda koni ala ye oyele ebia ntena avura o mane ya
afi we so
avura ahyenoko
yato nsafre no no
yadore yesaya vlalela
wenja yemu
ya nkuku oti
waje atumbio so se obeba
yiri edunu ho aka ka odi bia la okaga
afranse dwumadie no
avura bia ko jimali la ne la
Edegana Yamampeni
Ane Yagana Manikwanini
His Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
Yeah, Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
Ebe Pierre Jumedi Yase.
Obabuke Jimani.
Na Obaya and Sambra no a candidate.
Because I had more Ogalebo Avrama as a hola.
And I'm a Lord Yana MC.
Na Yadokuyala Yia than Deli Jimani Abua.
And Oka say.
O Haleke.
A few way Jumediano.
Avra Ashimoya won't wait Jimani.
Obesh say.
Obali Yake.
The journey to Nkroful
is
part of the tourism calendar of Ghana.
Ghana Millennium of young Mamaga,
Eda no.
Allah.
Na I'm a Jumedian to me.
My Jimani Ava Yedana Aheda.
It's no Abaso sa pepe.
Now you got to
Afia echemono.
Avrama as a hola.
Aye, Asafomano Yadamasi.
Asafomama, Yasalabe.
My late in there. Eti
Yimoti
a friend Sano
Avrabia Koza
Honorable Emmanuel.
Yeah, Papa Honorable Emmanuel.
Ama Kofibua. Okasawie ye no
odendele o wiele la
ana asafomano yadamase
asafomama yeye bemo
munjai eye baby
yeye bemo
we late to program as audi nhihye so
aha di nhihye ne aso
eti honorable kasawie ye no
na honorable dendele wiele la
na chairman edina no di samuel twato no
na ebia ntena avura valley ye edendele durugwala
oka bibi ntisa obekaya
ohale duaka bie na saba hachia
honorable can say
omale ya honorable haneka
ansa na fiwe yebeye NkrumahFest no
avura bia kokaju na ya lingwa Nkrumah avuyi ya
yebe share the journey to Nkroful aseno
na ya haka yetu adendure ya ho
na Kwame Nkrumah ewo Nkroful ha no
na Kwame Nkrumah aziele ya eleka no mo wo Nkroful
obehwe siesie ma na ye kama
ya ba ni aka ya ba ya ndotori ezia ka no boko
nana we dia wada roma
nana wa anyunya
so bo amane yese
yesere ya bo amane kai
wa wo de hye wo afase
adomu ane wo de hre wo
bo hye na o hye yen last year no
nzalomo
wada roma wadi so pepepe
na yilizro pepepe
we siesie eye ba bia
Izie alekane mo
Kwame Nkrumah mizoma wa ha no
Kwame Nkrumah azieri
Honorable Emmanuel Ama Kofibua
Honorable Emmanuel Ama Kofibua
ahwe asiesie ma ho aye kama
yiri awakara ne azo izie kane ma
ye sama na nka be me
abole sanu tau angoba ya homoka
ensembo no Honorable Mamaga
sanu bala ne Honorable Mamaga
ona shase
yemo ya obole obua
yera se Honorable
ya yomo
Etebusia
ake abusia
Said the Baya Yen Chewahano.
Okay, na yanja akesomala.
Wubia, would it be Baya or Pesa what the bois Jumediano?
Adobia la mo evedebia yaleke above wabo jima.
Jenny Nkroful a kappa.
Nkroful adindure ole ezukwatoto shia.
Upa bisa honorable abla.
Anzia biza ya mama ga abla gomashi jifa.
Mama who say a kappa.
Na obahiro no mo ade oboke ole kakatoto shia.
It is a would it be Baya or Pesa what the bois?
I shot evedebia yaleke above wa ya wafanu dia.
Yen shadam pemra say yeah
fundraising.
For ewo mensa ni faso ha.
Eco Bank ma wa ya sa femazo fon.
Obo modiana okohwa.
Abomadreka akwakania.
Which draw check no 1 million Ghana.
Akala wa check ne million kon.
Which draw 2 million Ghana.
Akala million nyo.
500,000.
500,000.
This is na buy no 100,000 ne kwa.
Manjeba aja kanjina fuma sefa.
Ashanti regional minister.
Mbemeko so. Insandra mali aja kanjina fone.
It's on about my queen say okono 10 million Ghana to hot 10.
Yemo omaye million burua.
Na Western Regional Minister.
Na manzilini anu jina aja kanjina.
Ono region mu bibia bi wo.
Yemo biara wonu ha.
Nti onu say there 15 million.
Yemo omaye mbem buru ani
bua. Na wa na okoba bia Eco Bank for one.
Na ne Eco Bank makania.
Na afei no won etimi age. Na watro
na bebeli eboko ba kede de baby ala bagwa ngrata
so pepenso ayedre no na no ma
cheshia
honorable ministers of state
na minister mama obega
members of parliament
ejakanjina foma
MMDCs
na DC ma
me fesa kwenya isu asre
ye bava adinyala she azo
na
ya zalaka
penia
yalla kpanyini mo
ene dwumedie no
ene jimeli lene
obetram se dwomtrani
obal de na ho ya de bia ya mayela na ya de jimeli lene ya ve ya mayela
yene ni hia wa hada
yene ye akidahu
onja ye mu
ongejachi ye elle NkrumahFest bolu obo
onja ye mu Jenny to Nkroful
okejachi ye wa Nkroful adindure ne enu
oyamahene
ole awurai
osanso yobi a wabin
na abai nwoma ezukwara nu a aye meni a angahora ngadala
osia nwoma kodanim
izukwa nwoma ijumwa
ochirade
na ole krehira fura
odi adwen hye ni patrim
na obo adwene ofia meni adwene nu
na odi nyansa so apeso ama
na sabe ofa ngaraba no ko obukaba ho
wo fa de nsam so a
afa osanu a
enkyese waja wo kura
ane oteja chiri wo
wakwa chiri kura no
wo hodede wo abrabole adudure
no wa chiri kwan frewo
okonda enzi adene na ofele wo
sabe bia kwaso ye
na ya ne akade bebi ala kwaso
ade amao
ne wike olokwazo ya mawo
stress
ya bazala kai
ye nana
imole ye nana kwabna nketia
otoso enan
motozo enum
afra ono na ye
yemo ye
mahene a
ole amahene
owo esikado
mo owo esikado a
honorable ministers of state MPs
MMDCs
I introduce to you our chairman
Medayi Ali Mahira wa
Nana Kwabna Nkatia Nana yeda se
Nana ebiantra
hono yabema Nana Jomtreni
yangashala yabama ye ebiantra vre adene
dikan
na onwa edwaka mo ofiyali mua
ede aba
ofa yama ye wo meka ahia no
bon sema na che
bo asanu tau ma ye ebiantra vre
Kwame. Standing on all the protocols made by the great Captain Smart, the two MCs. Just the other yaking a young kakra.
Zium.
It's a master may na yatoyum.
Zium.
Now, and you may want to able to Krubi. If you follow him, Osaje for he will make you fishes. But I'm what to do. It's for my end too, just the simple one. Nkrumah show boy. What you want you there? Nkrumah show boy. I want to see you, Kwame Nkrumah show boy. I want to see you, Kwame Nkrumah show boy. Nkrumah show boy. Nkrumah show boy. I want to see you, Kwame Nkrumah show boy. I want to see you, Kwame Nkrumah show boy. But your one more was I want to know.
He's free forever.
And we are here in the holy grounds of Nkroful. This is the Mecca of Pan-Africanism. And when we come here today, it is not about death. It's about life. And renew ourselves in the spirit of freedom. In the spirit of freedom. In the spirit of freedom.
Freedom!
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 Okay, that's Kwame Nkrumah's grandson.
Wow. Kwame Nkrumah, ye nenya Kwame Nkrumah, ye alonga ye jikane.
You can sit down now.
Ba me ya boy sen ya mai wa me kama ola ko ya denazra. Nenya Kwame Nkrumah ya alonga taje yimoja direct yimoshi.
For those of us who are alive today, luckily alive, we know that without freedom we are nothing. But freedom comes with a price, and that's the price of sacrifice. That is why Desalegn could say freedom or death. Today we hear Traore in the AES saying homeland or death. But it should broader. It's Africa or death. And that is what Nkrumah is about. So whenever we come here, we are here to renew who we are, what we are, and where we should be going as Africans. You can't have freedom if you are afraid. Nobody keeps freedom from you. As Nkrumah would say, you take it and you keep it with vigilance. And that is why in 1957 he says, we are awake and we shall sleep no more. Unfortunately, some fell asleep. But we're still there and we're still waking them up. In fact, today, two groups came from outside the Western region, the W.E.B. Du Bois Study Group and the Diaspora Coalition. Can they give us a wave? Okay, please clap for them. W.E.B. Du Bois Pan-African Study Group and so on. And then the Diaspora Coalition, they are also here. We need to keep today. As we all say, Nkrumah never dies, so we never celebrate his death. We should always remember the man never died, and his thoughts. Sometimes I get surprised that we have not factored his thoughts into our educational system, because to preserve state freedom, we need to educate the generation that comes after us as to what freedom means. You remember that when we had our republic, which you've tried to bury, says, we can't have political freedom without economic independence. And therefore, we came to understand what is referred to as neocolonialism, and today we call it coloniality. We cannot be free. We cannot develop if our hands are tied by our oppressors. Nkrumah came to fight oppression. He gave an exemplary life that we should always follow. He was in office and left without taking a penny or stealing from anybody. The only way you can keep the dignity of a people is to have the moral courage. And the moral courage lies in saying the truth. Nkrumah said the truth at all times. He never wanted to be tied down. So what did he say? I look what? We look forward. We don't look to the left or to the right. Sometimes I ask Africans, what do you mean by left? What do you mean by right? Who's left and who's right? And that is the most important thing. So it's been a big honor to be here once again, courtesy of the committee that set this up, which I'm spiritually part of, and also to see our Laimo here and the Nkroful, who is always here with other people. At the House of Chiefs, we took a decision that the Western Region House of Chiefs is going to participate in this. Unfortunately, people have been moved in different ways. But seeing the political people, the political heads who are here from both NDC and MPP, I don't know, is there CPP one here? One worry. You know, it's just interesting that the spirit, everybody here believes in that word freedom and economic independence. The man was selfless, and you cannot have freedom if you are selfish. You can't have freedom and then rely on somebody else for your security. You can only have freedom when you can secure yourself, when your security lies in your hands. Forward ever! Forward ever! Forward ever!
Backwards never.
Thank you for accepting me.
Bonsama Nanache.
Bamaya boya sanu yamma yen nana ebiantina vre. Mamingro nuke nana kwabna nkatia the 5th. Mola Paramount Chief of Esikado. Odano konye ole Western Regional House of Chiefs. The President ne yemo ye edinde kakalala. Basanu bia kon fayi aizo.
Oh, bonsama ye manana kwabna nkatia. Yegusuano ena.
Yegwazo alala ye nyaike.
Mr. Maxwell Boache, Western Regional Representative of the Council of State.
Yeah, Mr. Maxwell Boache, Western Regional Representative, Council of State. Odano Koya.
And Mr. Hakim Adai.
Ake Ezanko, His Excellency Hakim Adai,
Central Regional Representative of the Council of State.
Mole Central Regional Representative of Council of State.
Yes, sir. Akwaba.
Danoko Inzima ala yo Akwaba mo Somaniala.
Sanso ana ye mame former MP.
Yake ye mame komo ane ole ye MP la.
Former Minister of Tourism.
Ezanoko ole former Minister of Tourism.
Honorable Catherine Afeku.
Honorable Catherine Abrema Afeku.
Akwaba.
Ye mawo Akwaba wa lemble Nzima yo mo.
Sanso and Mr. Paul Cole.
Ake ye banyinoko ye Paul Cole.
Ye mo Akwaba.
Ye mawo Akwaba.
Baby I dream no
Alkama ye dream.
Yabema akasemno baako akoyensa bunkum so baby
Baba adindenu ne kon ya ho ye sabenezo.
Baby a Nkroful ehene ewo.
Alekamo nana kwasi kutu amole Nkroful belengbuni awala.
Na afei no
ake
asembia ewo na no
edwake biala mo odua orun ala.
Wetime de eno ambaye.
Obava yemo yama Nkroful one enzema one Ghana male ne amuala. Ewiade amua eletie nana Nkroful kaka.
Akwaba ensema.
Mole Akwaba ayele edwake mo ofa ya zone Ghana one ewiade ne amuala la kaka.
Aya nana kutwa.
Mole nana kwasi kutu amotozo nu Nkroful belengbuni
Ewo no odi amaye.
Yemo ye olaba ya dende kakala.
Yemo yensema Nkroful era.
Wa mekama olaba ya dende la ba ma adende nu ni ahoka na yeva asenu bole ye do azure. Adende nu ko ni aho ye azra mene nana yigaju ake
nana ba afosoro ha ya ali ya kasa wo ye bokum so wadar ma fache
nana se na mo kasa me ko menya nko metete nkwanchen ha ya
nana ya dase
yaba ma nana adende kakra
yo mema bi alamo enne Nyamle ya domna ye ya kizela Akwaba ene jimedine eni a wole ko ewiade elikabiala mo ekuneke efie tugwanu kunla yakunaka bi a ma wo ewiade leke bi a la no ko odan ko ote ore timbe hechi ane ne na medie ma ne me papa mo nzema me ma be afishia pa the Honorable Minister Emmanuel Amakofibua, Minister of Lands and Natural Resources, Honorable Jifa Gombeshi, the Minister of Tourism and Creative Arts, various ministers of states, Nananom, MPs, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome all of you to the sacred land of Ghana, Nkroful, the birthplace of Osajefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. I am glad to welcome all of you. It's been a while. For the past 16 years, we always celebrate NkrumahFest. But over the past 3 years, all of us will bear witness that the celebration has taken a different dimension.
Onua TV, yadwene ho pa. Onua TV, yadwene ho pa.
Mama premo atso prem to breka se bo Onua TV so ena wani gusu a wo hwe ensem bia yensa aka efi Ghana ha amanone ene agudie ensem ne gede ensem ne ye kabomo a yede ebesom wo sema eduasa entem yenhwe etifi ensem ne bi. Amane boy if you have a man temperature yare HIV no amane homre so pa e wo saman temo ene ya fashe bi e koso e wo Nkroful ho e na Ghana mampehino di kan kra Dr. Kwame Nkrumah ene ye beko na busua fie ni na kodi nkita ho ahye bebia omonso omode eye afashe no eko ha life nyumtini dada KD me ne okase nkwan pumpuni mantem na yiyo no ekoso ye beko ho ni akotemu ensem so ewo ho. Yede ka serva ko wiemu e wo bi manso US memu na net ye asrafo e wo ho no atoto pa ye bi etia sutani bi ana eba wo susu se edi endro bone e na eba eye US mining and am so many pa miensa achana nanom e won sedo. Mama weni afufo bi na mede ye besom wo ewia abremu mame enkai wo se yedem so e wo Facebook kwa Onua TV like page no ma na wo share no so ma na obi so enya bi enhwe yewie kase nyina so a ye kruchen e wo poto kasem na de akogu onuaonline.com mama mede e de akosia asavia asumene wadawoma jebrei na ensem no mefamu entwetwemu nyina embro yenko eye ahafo mantem na manebo a efri ho eba etwemu a eye yare HIV no etimi epeja ne muso pa ewo sa mantem ho enam so ema ye panyini kwantrefo a oda apomuden no aso eye ne krabata ewa ahafo mantem e de atudwa say na sentem be yesa bosomi ensia ni no timemufo a ewo eyesa amantam ho no be yese oha aduasia ene aduatia ensia 636 ena yare no apagya ni muso ede akwa otremu a oha nche mutu nan eye emembu no
Busumisia entemuni womu enya HIV yade ni before frokra 636 eno emebu a womu ohamu nchemu edunan
half year that's from January to June eduma who say HIV infections no possible now from January to June this year when I report 636 new HIV infections. Just say nipa omanya HIV maybe about like crap na water da ahansia ni ebiasa ensia
atu ansam no so ade afutuo ekoma awadefo se womo eni nokure fema wo ho na wontwe wo ho emfiri ekwan wo mufa so a wo mu fefa wo ho achi eni afoforo bi kodi empemagra ense emfata sanso eni otu mabu no fopa ese yenso yenhwe ho ye wo kwan a ye fa so a ye di empemu agora ye eno so yemmo ye ho ban no wase nkabe ya condom no yen yusubi
abia na hadi wo kale se your man adolescent, teenagers, any youth, almost from 14% or 336. Say young fella, I will go school and I saw you more. Even yes, I read HIV.
Bese na mienseni ene ebeto dwase eye ibufo wo oman Ghana mu wose ochina wode afahye bi ehyeso a chese wode emma eye bayewe foforo akwaba na ye hyehyede anasa amane ne amamre bi a woye ewo eye Nigeria man ni mu na esa ne se dodo na abepie mu ewo Ghana ntino no wode sa yam festival no ehyeso anase eye bayewe afahye ebehyeso ewo eye children's park ewo Nkrumah mantemi na asemi beto odwa pe ena nananom atrankonya wo Nkrumah mantem ha edi atudwa se won peneda se sa adwumade no ochina ebeba so enu ntino omode ato bambo adwuma yekuo no mu se wontu wonan ensi eye sa adwumade na ibofo na wo oman Ghana mu se wode ba behyehyɛ so no wo twemu a se sa adwumade no eba so a asumdwe mapa Ghana for netichu nitimemu fo wo Nkrumah emantem no wo enya ewo emantem ha no ebetimi atoto natse
Igbo pen
na nanu ma chankonwe wo Nkrumah mantem e de ato bambo edumayefo nim se enimanimu yara wonfo wonan ensi fam se de be ya afahye ya wo hwe enim se beba so ochina no wode wonan ebesimu a emba so Igbo Yam Festival ye afahye bi a eze Dr. Ambassador Chukwudi Chude Ihenitu ena oda eye Igbofo a wo oman Ghana mu a wode afahye yi eba behyehyɛ so amanebo no atwemu a eye Igbo Yam Festival ye afahye bi a omedia be yesa mfie edu ene akyireni ewo oman Ghana mu wose ne woye no afempinu ene edunu nan no ene tie ne titire wo fi oman Ghana ene amanone ene empo Nigeria man ni mu ena wo behwe eye afahye no ewo oman Ghana nanso enei na nanom atrakonya wo Nkrumah mantem ede atudwa se eye afahye na wo ba beye no eye ochina no na nunu etia na nanom atrakonya ewo Nkrumah mantem no omu etumi so enu ntino wahye eye bambo adwumayefo ne se wonfa wonan ensim eye enkrata a na nanom atrakonya ede abe to council's registrar and sa ehase e de atudwa se sa afahye no so omanhwe na omantu omuna yensimu na eba so a enya ade a ebetumi abo omum e bia na pinchen bi etimi akosi na nanom atrankonya no eye July bosimi de toso yenko no afimpinu na edonu enum ye mu no esan e de kokobo e de ma eye owura eze ya oda ibofo ano ewo man Ghana mu se onhwe na afahye biara anasa amane ne amamre biara wodi efa Igbo eye tradition ho anasa Igbo amamre no ho no wonjai ewo Nkran Pumpuni mantem afahye efe no New Yam Festival yi yese afi impinu ni eduonu enum de yanka wode eba behye sui no eye bibia anka wo behwe na ibofo amane ne amamre ene won hyehyede a wodi ewo Nigeria memu no enu bi no wo ba bedadi ewo Nkran Pumpuni mantem ha wasa afahye no woye emra baywe ebu ewo eye afibie mu na wode ema bawe foforo no akwaba ewo Nigeria menu no enu bi ene wo pese wo beye ewo Nkran Pumpuni mantem yi mu a eye na nanoma chankonwa ewa hanso eseda wompene ema wonfasa dwumedie no enhyehyɛ so ochina
yanko efifini mantem na mrahye bedwani a owo ekunfi abato empeswa so ewo mantem Dr. Otanel Eko Keynote ena ede atudwa se emebu na ewo ne mantem ho na omaye omadwene se wo pese wo kokuraye mu no waye krado se obeso omo asen
Kuyajuma ani ajuma titiri wa womo wo mpotem ho no eye nanso ekame ese emebu ne mfon ho enhyem esanse kasem enti enam so ema Dr. Kwenda emme beye empem aduasanum aduama akuyafo a womo ne mpotem ho nyina
so ya chede de wona wotu wa hwe no yema school fee bi yema nananu bi yema mesiafo bi yema asofu krabo yema obi ya che mo bi anye bi mo be ya in 4 years time na 5 years time no abetu miswa onche ahwede na factory mesi ha na sabe ejubo so aba oncha 6 months to the year we follow up yana agriculture station offices our assembly e be shana de bejumedi to baye mo be ya obi bia wa bo bi no inde wo fa mo keke wo de ma wo che oji Ome ya obu kroso efido enti ba obe check the croy dey the coin not there you can take stock
Emrahye bedwani ono so ewo mpesua no so akotwa homa hu se ekunfi social market no phase 2 no wo ntumi enhyase
ya bogom dey beto aja ye hu besma ya ma memu e mba mo ye system ye nanu mo ti ewiem na se bo to aja woto no so se ye wa nkuru obeji o sa na open scam be fienti o ina obo oboje na ye hu dem yes no mo ti bia yemu ya adum ne kufufu hu ye mo bodo to ababa ya yemo hwe na oye damu afan ya wake oye market phase 2 yemo hwe na ye tubesi mo ba ya wodigwa na wo so wodigwa so dim na sebe wo so we iska no da bo obra
enche bia na Ghana Water Company yade ebetu udwa se esani galamse mechire kwan bone so a wona wotu efemu egudie wona moso eye ne ntino wo machine anasa efide e wo ho a wode esone ensuo so wode esakra sakremu ansa na timi akwa efi ahodo e wo kwanya akone ne mantemu no omo ato eye efide ni mu a wontimi ema eye timamufo e wo ho no ensuo enam so ema nei yese ukopie wo mantemu ho a ensuo ho akwa atwe pa e wo ho enu titimamufo nananom a wo sa mantemu ho de ato abanya ni mu se enimanimu yara wonya bibi emfa eye ensuo a akwa atwe e wo sa mantem ho no efise wo ho eyire omopa ensuo kokra bi enso eye bokitimu a wobetimi ede edu omudwuma e wo mufia enei wo se aban no enya ne naso brane galamse nsemo no onfa ne nansi fom no onko na ensuo na na se fide na asai na ye Ghana Water Company de no won hwe na won sese no animanimu ya
Every break akrani ya konya kon emfidie ene akache wo hono mu anka ye de sone ensuosuo e de som adehye no emfidie no aseye na enu nti wontimi nsiesie ensuo no e de nsunsanso bebre e na ebre adehye no adehye a wo empotamo makomako edumiensa 13 district e wo Mfimfiri Mantam Central Region mu e na enei entimi nyansuo emfamfiri Ghana Water Company Limited ya e wo konya kon akache hono mu ni nyina ne se emfidie ya e wo senkitimi ye de ahyehyɛ fomu na nkensuo famu na esone so ne ade no yesese gi nsuo na ni esi aye fin enam galamse ya amanfo etu ni ntino enya ade asese ni nsuo etime ba adehye no how pa ena sisi dia aba beto won so kwesi twikrom kro baako a saa ade edi nsunsuanso abre amanfo no pa woni a wowo asopiti anaso krasa chips compound bi wa hanu mu woni a woye apomde dwuma ye force de ni masi kro na nhwa ebetimi mpo amanyade wa hodo bebre ena aba beto amanfo no wo hena wo kro yi mu enso di nsem bi sei atudwa.
There should be a dialogue until no yande me se ne aye hu no yama need be agencies whether wo shema damadi to be channel yabwamane. So we keep on reminding them by into anyone entering town is answer AB crowd economy nadame adie ekoso na bia ahemfo na wo no crampo no was what was the order from above was ye metu egudi enti baby order ne fi no na ya ton krade ama ya regional minister say won hwe oho na one try say problem no esubetwa n'anim ya
Endroda ene beto odwa se okopie mo Madina market a eja eto ho a timemufo anasa wona woton ade a na wodidwa e wo sa market ho no wo japade dodo na ene eniama a woton no etimi ehye na Ghana National Fire Service fo anasa odumda edumeko no etimi ekopie wo ho a wabo won homoden ade eja no eba form na eno ena panhini a oda Greater Accra Fire Commander ade atudwa se esa ne se akwan eni ho a omutimi ede omafidie no meche fire tender no efa so ede ko eye dwam ho ntino ema eche kakra ansa na wotimi ede eja no ano eba form enu ntino wode ato eye mpanyimfo enim se ya na wo sisisi dwam ahodo na won hwe se obetime yi akwan a se oye na bi se esi a eye Ghana National Fire Service for no obetimi enya kwan ede akoho entempa no
Adansefo a womo de omani ehunu nia ekoso ne bi ene nsamtrofo edi nkomo no womo akire mo se enede ya September bosumi ni de toso edun kunufia da yi oja no ahyase ahomache don kubrem womo kyerese odum womo de fire tenders no mako enan ene tumi eba ya womo krakra jana sese bibia adadin
moti se gas bi e blasi and yes anu obi adwane and your fire service within some few minutes about your the fire service on yembo ma paso ma ya de pa
odum jejuma yeko no abomoden ayadwuma yie papapa ya womo echese edan ba ko bi esi nche no eye warehouse ne de womo timi ebo dan no ho ban yie papapa oja no antre ankosa dan no emu womo chese enya ade ya obia eprai sanso so ena ni akofa jahye no ebaye no enya ade se womahu enti no mugusu a eye nhwehwemu Greater Accra Regional Fire Commander eden semo atudwa se eja to baabi titiri pa ne market na se won ko akwa pasania market no won asi estino ene ekwan a endidam nti ema won de fire tenders no ekwa ya na won brepa
pia eyi market wo bia ne your fire for hono enti de hia sese ne say ye ne omo betra ase any assembly no na yatimi find the way forward sene bibisa asi a ka ebeba bedum gya ne benya kwan na waba be ye adwuma no
ajadifo ya won de dwa e wosa edwa ye ne emu ahye no ebinom de nsam atudwa
aton kakra osmaton be 30 bas ndaka be 120 bas na ngina esa ana nam kete ne wo no so nso e kotokote ntino ama 5 motora na so e ma na no so ahye
market no nyero road e wo market ni finfin ne se na se be bisi a cash beti be there ebenya wromi aso we problem amai
ami me Kwame Jerica mo va flako sombo yo va kokodo ahye cho afie jo ya pama ma dog bandi ala chile po yo ma fi ajogachi e mo va ko nya tapeni makpo na na kan ne wo kata fi o
Kame se ojahye aman hom ne so pa ya chese we ne eka ho a mako enan ena asi e wo na watwe ye mu e wo nkrampumpuni mantem ha
Yakopie mu atoye mantem ene okopie wo Ghana mampanyin odi kan kra Dr. Kwame Nkrumah Nkroful ewo eye atoye mantem afahye bi ekoso a yede eka ne nyuma pa oye edema omai Ghana enam so ma yensem twene yakua sapoma ene ne busiafo a wo Nkroful bi edi nkomo
Oni piemo ewo teleku bokazo a eno no ewo western region na sade ye nyina ye nim ni se 21st September Ghana first president Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah enya influentia no 116 years the sent no ye shamo fine no ne nam so ema onua kase ya ba bepiem ha se na abibia no ye ka Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah na ye bone maami Elizabeth nyane ba edian na asiwa na so no eye papa bi e ka ho e na Kwame Nkrumah e ba area ntia Nkrumah na busua fie e na yaba abedru yes ye be bra efie ni mu na ye ne epanifu adiafie ha sei na yenya abedru na ura abusuafie ha sei ene hati bia obi ba expect senka eye ni papa fie nka ye wura mu wa hanu sei nka ye be hu se ye be hu eniema kama bi na emomo no sei na wura mu ha sei a ha etie edan ye wo machi awu ye hanu sei ene ye abusuafie no ankasa Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah eba hanu mu sei mpa edan ye wo machi hanu mu sei na wo a kese bibia enfaso ewa na emo no sese no esan ne tibia mu ne sade ayenti no obia enni sa machi ha sei obia ente ha no se bia mfu se dan ni mu ne ade no sade aye no enhye enkran
Kwame Nkrumah ye menenya ne ba ntisi a efie ha me ba ne Kwame Nkrumah ntisi efie ha obia ente ha sade edana yerinti edana sei Kwame Nkrumah efirejam ene call mamun ho nti fo na mu ye bibia nti ya so me spend kwa amna me stress aban so ntinani enhwe tre kubukazo ni papa krum ene tre kubukazo Nkroful ya ni mamu krum sesi kwa nkwa ni din ayekese wo the whole Ghana abuju kwa din wo ho na so be du kwa nkwa ni fia eya yoro wo aban say won tunani afuwe won tunani hye onhwe kwa nkwa krum won so manani emraga na di bia pebia no so omwa
Timamo forward jene ene sampa ne wo kase wo se ekwan no eye jene sampa kwantwe pon no atete apansam na sentem ena ban no ede ma contract san ko betimi aye na enso besi ne wo hu se adwuma bia ekoso woda de srede de ma ban se ni manimu yara wo ma contractor no e ma kwan no so na wo mbe na se de kwan na ye no anka ne etise ne dada ni mu krampo eye
Emra July bosome no Ghana sana hene ekodina simpie so e o mahebedwem na auditu dwase akwan ahodo aban no ehwese obetimi eyi e wo Ghana afana nyina no eye gene sampa kwan no so eka ho bi no timamufo wo sampo tem ho e de enije eso amanebo no mu nsewe nanso enei wode atodwase kwan a contractor no enam so a ode eye adwuma no enso eni omutremu a emre na wode ama ne se onye adwuma no aso onye no ntentem so nte no ede wo hawpa ede abretimemfo sa gene sampa kwantwimpoyin enka ne abanya na wote so MPP mremu no ena wode ma contract se onye sa akwan no ema wo hye se bosome miensa ntem ena wo bewie sa kwantwimpo no na so fofie anto ata eye afimpinu ni edonu nan abato ne so no aban no entimi ansa ambabi mu no ena ma ekwan no eda ejejemu a na timemfo wo ho no wotutu sempo ekwan no ebia na wontimi anye amfa amomo enunti emra sana hene edikotu edwase wo beye kwano de amomo no woni egiye pa na sese no se de wo kyeremu a contractor no eye ekwan no wotutu se ese emre na wode amano no enya ade a obetimi ewie ochiame na amankwate a ono ewo fenteta editu dwase sese de kwan no tebia no aye no eyade ha adwene pa atete apansam kra untimi enam so a enuntinum wona wonam ekwan no so akwantufo ahyenkafo ade a eha wo pa a enunti wode ato aban anim se animanimu yara no omboa wo ochemu a sa ekwan no eye kwan bi a utimi efa so a ekodubrekum west na ebiem no so no south ene north a eno ewo German mensin mu asa kwan kro na so no utumi enam so ede ekopie Ivory Coast mine mu
ekwan no mfifi ye no ye fe nipa wo kwan so a ene nyina ye se kwan na wo anye die ye fifi ye ya ye fifi ena masa me ba ni na ekoso wo ye patemu ha enti wo hwɛ eti ha kosi gyengyene abontena kosi drobo pa be nyenyenyenyenyen
ya abu adet eyetimamuni ewo sampotem ho ode to ho se esa ne kwan na atete apansam ni ntinom ahyenkafo dodo na wonam kwan no so no enche na emfidi ahodo wode hyehyɛ ahyɛn ni ma wode enam kwan no so no na asese yesese wokoto foforo ebiem no so no akonforemfo ena atu ahyɛ saa kwan no so a wonam so a ena adwadifo ene a passenger fo wonam saa kwan no so no woto ehye omo so gye omo hu sika nyina na ebiem no kra no wotimi esibili omo ewo saa kwan no so
to ka aboro ne ana beti na say ye kosi dropo sampa ba bia no ye die jama de kundisi de ye ne kana ba bia strom anu da former MP or jama sa anu awo be se ko robo no disenga kwani nyina ye kama in fact sanga we bi otimezi
timemfo eni adotonfo wonam ekwan so eno so ebo bina efasa kwan kro ya ho echemu se sese de se na kwan nete no ankampo ekane de na nkaye na sese mo wode ama contractor wo susu saka contractor no eba so ntentem pa so abeye so no sese no ekwan no ase kra
abai mo be kwan mai na ekwan ti ye brain timi to kwan kra ko ba bia wa mo betimi abe mfuture timi ko ba bia yes
Alesibama gusua ehwe prem tobre kasebo Onua TV so ene memreda September bosmida toso eduonu afimpinu ene eduonu num yenko ewutu senya east mensimo na oho na hunidie adwumayefo a wo ho no wachi timemufo miense bia wo kyeremu a hunidie emra ewo sampotemu no omo etieti aso enu ntino wode omo ekọ asemdibia.
Environmental Health Officer in charge of prosecutions was sanitation officer wopanyina din ene pa akwesi asiedu wode atudwa ese assembly no bebo no modia na afi wone etumura egu monchen so basa ne miamia rubi ensese wotuguo no won beyire wo mu wode tudwa echese nipa yedi kwadu ebo no se yenkofa no mana no wajichi mu se nya de obepa enchi bench warranty bie eno mu de kwagire no a eni wo mu asamna no se wokogina no nipa baako andini Ebenezer Otu bono tansa yede bono se watumura afiwasan ehyehe mura ne bikura e omontin so na eno no ena mpanyine de tudwa chese sika eye 20,000 Ghana cedis ya eno ena edeniti so se iman bere Margaret yeboa enso yede tansa e bono saa bia se wono so ye mura de gu montin so no sika 20,000 Ghana cedis eno no so de na pampamo eno achi nipa baako yede tansa bono Abdul Aziz ono empanyi ehwehwe ne nsem mu a se woto ensu fi na wode egu montin so ne no empanyi hwedi ma fe ne nsem no de yade a yeyi nu a yeje mu pa kwasi asidu ekasa yemu no en wo kyerɛ saa kane eye town council na do na friend tankas no ba bi mu a ano odene
environmental health and sanitation unit I was assembly and can near fresh sama for ana tankas for no yeda so ewo aha ye di djuma ana ebi mu fi say adwuma ni ho biem but mbese me ya show bia say officers wa ha ye na ma ye djuma nti enioma bi ti say obeye bola udi begu abonten na udi jatum na wa hye no ana say obe discharge o effluent edi egu drain mu ana say udi wedwa insuo obe channel wedwa insuo say engu fom ne de say so ma ye betufo ne mom no say opona futu no say wentia ene ye de obeba na oni kota beka emra no say de say
enwachi wode nsem bi tudwa say woni ehwe awonedi ho nsem so ewo mpatem ho no niema a wo mo ekomu ye dene ene kwan befa so a wo betimi abo adwuma no wode tudwa
some of the logistics to work no ayana and also esi kwan bebre environmental health and sanitation unit no eni motorbike ba kokora edi adwuma nti sometimes obi to me free office say bia obi a discharge ni waste gu gatamu anase obi de fie ball aba be gu kwan ho nti instead say bia nka wo motorbike wo a obi to me respond to it swiftly no na e man ye de obi na trotro ma obi do na bia na nipa kro no mpo no na wa pe ba bia fa obi hwehwe na wo hu no
Yeah, Yenko eni jedie ensemu na mene okase high life nyumtuni mapa dada kedi na yiyo no koso ewo Nkran pumpuni mantemu ha.
High life nyumtuni dada kedi ya wunyane baby ekoye no afi na Ghana manfo ebusuafo adofo ni ejamfo nyina etwehia na wo ye no eyi kra etwato kra na eyi no empenfo de ahyehye so ewo state house Nkran kupon yu emu ewo wo main parliament honomo woni a wo ye adwontofo dodo woni a wo free echichi ni bencheye ena bibiri ababa betwehia mu a wo nyina eye dada kedi eyi amana ye fena aye akono wo se wo de emu no ato baby a wo de dada kedi emu no esi honomo se amanfo enkonkohwe ne ni echidi etwato no eye state house Nkran hanomo na Ghana dishi nyina obi a wo pepa na wo peso beko honomo no mfakohwe dada kedi eni ensemu a eba ne se sempenimfo firi hanomu a emu no wode beko agona esaman ya ewo asantemantem mu ehonomu ena obekwa akope owura no krabe na wama kwan ama woni a woni won eye adwuma etodwom eni ade no wonso betimi aba honomu bi emfitiase no na empenimfo che se data na nkopeso ye eyi no wosesa no enam sumpo ma Kachi Kwame apia ya wonso ye adwumtuni no wonso de beto montene so se eye nokre ese date no anan campaign for person wo ye dada kedi eyi no wosesa no nti na ene na wode hyehyɛ so no dada kedi ayubi a ye kase high life nyom paade a ye ka woni a wo boa ye ema Ghana high life nyom itimi
Yada so ejire mu wani jedie ensemu na Ghana ni baby onu onimu de efa sini twa ho anasa ye ntrotro ye sini se script enfa man Nkroful enyi entre Ghana fo a onimu de pa ewo mu meche Dr. Mohammed Ben Abdallah enne amanebo na betodwa se wada ne pegum so emra odi emfie eduo wotwe baako.
Heavy concentration of these warehouses for keeping the slaves before they are taken away. And this, for me, was a big problem.
Openyi baako na utimi etro ensem ema enipa gina bedroom ede ye amamre eni ade ede gi nipa ni na ye friend playwright no woni Dr. Mohammed Ben Abdallah eni amanboni se papa yi wetwa neni ahwedan enu nti ono ankasa ne ba Akosua Abdallah ene di nsemi betu dwa wo entintan fidie Facebook no eso yese papa yi na yi ya ye no ebekoso yesie no ene ewo kumase na enam se wo ye krimuni nti no wode nkrimufo amamre kwan so ene de eye papa no eyi enam yensa ebekoso ewo kumase opanyi a ye kana sem Dr. Mohammed Ben Abdallah no oyubi a wogi nipa eyi efa playwright ene se adwumadi no emu usua ade ewo Ghana suapon kese University of Ghana mu ya usua drama ena afi theater studies afi nso usua ade ewo America man ni mu wokoji MFA in Theatre Art, University of Georgia, and I face PhD ewo Theatre Art mu ewo University of Texas. Ya enono ewo Austin. America mampanyi wura Donald Trump ese yade America man no atototopaye e de akwakogu amanfo bi eso kudu bi a enam ensuo so na wogidi se inipabonfo a wodi enuboni hu dwa eton enuboni enam emiamia ahodu bi edeba America man ni mu ebeton no sa amanfo no neti sa akudu ni mu na US man atotopaye akwakogu mu na enam so amanipa miensa ahwere won kwa wura Donald Trump enenam social media so ena wo kasa se topa ya a woto ye no ekugu eponefa baby na saa eponefa wo ka no eye bia ehwe South America ena afi Caribbean empotamu ho no mu encheye ena America mine toto saa topa yiye bi na enam so ma nipa dunan ewu ya na yese eye woni a woti nu boni na wose eye amanfo a wodi nu boni hudwa na ofri Venezuela mine mu.
We are the Shimama, yes, my Edrias, Mono, and Sunday. I did smile with some for Emersomono. Aha, Namidi, Ebese, Yaminkwana, me, Jumano, Midarata, Manasa, and Mr. Kumi, Senior Brights, and a yes sound, Edemaya Jude, and a Jina, camera, so Edemaya, me producer, Abubakar Sapon, or Ne Edinam Sabla. And our boy and Samia no amede ebesomo me semu for Ora Williams esedu me so me din dia kosia asabia asumeni me da tesa oje bre na o share ye wo ba Facebook nyina so no me da mase ye be san ehia ochina premto bre makramo
ye dwene wo pa Onua TV ye dwene wo pa Onua TV, you're gonna hope out. Onua TV, you're gonna hope out.
To last round. Eti Omo to last round ni we are.
Etu durane ma hosro bia ko na mo betu be wi a.
Bon akwatena se amaye.
Ba tu be wi a akebe ba dana se ba maye.
Anya no.
Aha, yemani ale.
Afena o de camera ni dwane. Yeda masibo sama yedi anuma.
Baba sanu ba ma
goja saseso aba.
Maya sanu ya ma goja wa.
Ba sama yedi anuma free goja saseso ba ye.
Mama ya ba sanu ya ma goja wa. Bevi moi.
Thank you. Yaibemo. This year I'm putting the next year.
Avra ashebaba show na yakaworo avra biakola.
Next year they be sure said most definitely
avra biakomo mi demi dike mamaga
bobo be happy. And I say baby I dro no
alkama de jula
and I'm yemre nti no
olu aya meka ne mo ongazalati
ese enya nipa to aso be kasa
ye ba vre ahne ne mo onidizo ne oba den de kakalala
na no
na yomo ani
ever share the reflection
na yomo oba nia ngachire
of the impact of Osaje for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah.
Na yabu ngbonda mo nginya Kwame Nkrumah yijima ahora eye emawiade ne la
oyobi a wasuade e kwachi
no le awiemo san beka ngoma no benegavo ma
onti ye fra no obenfo
yimoti be fra benegavo re
Yefa Semboshia.
Yeva Yesenu Bola Moses Banzona Yea.
Professor Samuel
Akenya.
Attorney Professor Emeritus.
Imama Yebengumanu.
At Kennedy King College in Chicago.
Our University of Kennedy King College.
Now Chicago. Nano do sem emre.
Na over ye adendele over ozone
Thank you, Prof.
Yayo mo Professor.
Medabasi Sumani Ala. Mivi Chicago Yamala. Mivi Chicago Yamala. Now, may daily I'll extend hearty congratulations to every one of you. Former President Obama, I wish to be Moksotin very well. He wishes all of you very well. Do I get my 2 additional minutes? Oh, thank you so much. I think we've got enough greetings of the dignitaries up on stage. So I will say respectfully and with all protocols duly observed that I will defer on the introductions and go straight to my point. But before I do that, let me take 2 more extra minutes to share something very important with you that we've just witnessed. Sir, would you please stand up? You, yes. Kwame Nkrumah is a blood relative of mine. My grandmother is first cousins with Madam Nyanaba, the woman who birthed Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. When I look at you, I don't see the physical image of Kwame Nkrumah, but I see the color of Kwame Nkrumah. That is Nkrumah's color. When I was age 11, I asked him a question that I earned a knock on my head. I asked him that since Madam Fatia does not speak the English language and you do not speak Arabic, and then he said to me, I can sense where this question is coming from. And I asked him, how do you negotiate romance and love? And so he gave me the knock and said to me, meaning I'm a bad boy. A boy should not ask a question like that. But my grandmother made light of the situation, that he just wanted to find out how you talk at the table, and he said that he manages, and that was enough. Please, you can have a seat. Thank you so much. And the second point is that I'm looking at the bravery of all your kith and kin who fire the rifles. I left the country and went to Chicago for fear of hearing gunshots fired on the grounds of Nyanaba Boarding School, where my mother was headmistress, and only to end up in Chicago, a crime-ridden location. And so I went to live on the 40th floor of a high-rise building so that I had bulletproof, soundproof windows, so I could not hear anything other than the cars zooming. So it sounded like ocean, and I'm on the 40th floor. But what I want to say is that when Nkrumah was sent to the castle, he befriended a gentleman who was called Salifou Dagati. Salifou Dagati was a man who was what was then in Ghana known as a latrine boy. How many of you know what a latrine man is? Raise your hands. If you know what a latrine man is, raise your hands. If you know what a latrine man is, raise your hand. So we are grown here. He did not speak English very well. He spoke English, what was called booga booga English. Master say, make I do this. Master say, make I do this. And Kwame Nkrumah loved this man. But why did he love this man? The man brought him an orange every single day. Nkrumah poured the orange on the ground, and he used a stick from the broom as a pen, and used the ink, which was the orange, and wrote on the toilet paper that was like tracing paper. How many of you remember the toilet paper that was like tracing paper? You are not old enough. I'm 72 years old. If you remember the toilet roll that was like tracing paper, raise your hands. Yes. And he will take this rolled up paper, he will see nothing in it, and then give it to him. Every day, he took the letter to Mr. Kojobotio's house or Mr. Gbedeme's house. And when they finished baking the bread, they cleared the oven, they put the letters in the oven. And after a while, they would all turn brown. You could read it. So he was still running his political party from the prisons. Nkrumah is what is called Beethoven in music when he was age 5, Mozart when he was in music age 8, Picasso when he was an artist at age 7. Nkrumah was an intellectual genius at a premature age. Africa has never seen his kind. Nkrumah said to Mr. Salifou Dagati, one day I'm going to be president of this country. He never understood what the word president meant. And he also said, and you're going to be my bodyguard. He also never understood that. And when Nkrumah became president, he sent him to the United Kingdom, to the Queen of England, and asked him to give him the same training that they've given to the hierarchy of the police and secret service that they provide for them in England. Yes, I am so passionate about this. So, indeed, Nkrumah became president, and in less than a month after he became president, he dispatched this man to England. So here he is in England, speaking booga booga English, and to train with the M15. And he became the first official bodyguard to Kwame Nkrumah, and he will be the person who will take the bullet for Kwame Nkrumah. He literally jumped in front of him to take the bullet for Kwame Nkrumah. And everything that Kwame Nkrumah said had come to fruition. Today is historic. It's historic for primacy and legitimacy. We are here to celebrate Founders Day. And for me, the question that beleaguers my mind is what Kwame Nkrumah himself said. Who survives me when I'm gone? 1 year belly major, 1 year belly major. Who survives me when I'm gone? And Mr. Kojobotio said, man kasadam, man kasadam. And he never found the answer. But today is the first executive, official, public acknowledgement of the author of the birth of our nation, of the birth as Ghana, of the birth as a historic landmark, of our collateral attachment to the bridge of continental unity of Africa. And as he said, the independence of Ghana is meaningless unless it is linked up with the total liberation of the continent of Africa. And he also said, weakness invites control, strength tempts the user to use it. So you could not be intellectually half educated. Educate yourself so damn well. If you're a warrior, fight and be damn well. And those statements inspired Muhammad Ali, a friend of mine, who came to Ghana in 1962 to meet Kwame Nkrumah. Who are you? Who are you, this man? The British Empire had all control over the continent of Africa, and you enveloped it just like that. And he was not even angry. He just said, I want my people to be civically proper, educated, bright, and achieve all their manifest destinies. Nkrumah authored 17 books on political economy. 17 books, textbooks, not folklore. Today I stand and take one very big bow for President Mahama for making this a Founders Day. Much of all this that we are here to celebrate, much of the victory song we're here to sing, much of the labors and the toils of our ancestral legacy and fortitude has seen their subscriptions through a labor's might of 16 arduous years in Parliament. He has witnessed and participated in acrimonious debates of an erstwhile era. Today, the unveiling is done, and I can quote him at long last. The Honorable Emmanuel Ama Kofi-Buah survives you. He survives you. He survives you. He is not just only a member of Parliament, he's a cabinet appointee for 2 designated responsibilities as lands and mineral resources, and also acting in the capacity of environment and science and technology. He's the official civic custodian of the political, economic, and infrastructure uplift of Elembele. And you can see it when you visit Elembele. You can feel it when you visit Elembele. When I met Buah to speak at his first political fundraiser almost 19 years ago in Atlanta, I said the following to him, and I don't know if he remembers that, and I'm going to quote him. He was fighting against a most prominent member of Parliament. His name, I don't even want to mention his first name, but his last name is Blay. He was rude and utterly arrogant. And I'm utterly delighted to quote the comment that he made. He said, as for him, he is so matured and so set, his urine is enough gravy for his rice. He said, his urine. So I made a rebuttal. Arrogantly, I said, there are some dogs who their toilet is enough for them. And he said that I have given him in Nzima what's called safule. I don't know how to translate safule in English. Safule, meaning I've given him some kind of a rude, petulant comment. And I said, who gives a damn? You're a lawyer. My dad was a damn Supreme Court Justice, Justice of Kenya. I'm not scared of you.
Now 30 seconds.
I have, no, 45 seconds.
Okay.
Thank you. I need to take all of it because you took some of my time by playing the music. So I really need to. I really need to. Yeah, 45 seconds, please. 45. Yeah. So, now, what was I saying?
So on that note, you can respectfully take your seat and then we'll continue from there. I'll invite you again after the chairman's closing remarks.
I will make this quick comment.
All right.
Uncle Goke is laid in his tomb, in his sepulcher, quietly. And I need to send this message to him in Nzema. Ejekwanyi mesu. Ejekwanyi mesu. Ejekwanyi mesu. Mesu. Temdam chamlesu. Oga na kulusu. Mesu. Na yeyi nyani yevi. Pakanyanu. Odem ngoke kakala. Befle Emmanuel ama Kofi Boa. Yeda wasi.
Yes, yeda siba usema Professor Kenya.
Wasanu Fama, Professor
Yeda prophecy.
Yeda Professor Samuel Akenya as Somaniala.
Mayama Honorable Kofi Bentil MP in Poho Akwaba.
Yama Honorable Kofi Bentil MP for Impoho Yayo Akwaba.
Honorable Fifi Backman Kwesimintim MP.
Honorable Fifi Backman.
Honorable Alhaji K. Gasa, MP, Esikumo Dobin Brakwa.
Honorable Alhaji K. Gasa.
Honorable Kofi Doko, MP, Evaluedra.
Honorable Kofi Akondoko, MP, Evaluedra.
Many about me visited my body in Dada.
Honorable Mavis, what
you engineer Frank Asari Pedro, National Coordinator at the Cooperative Mining.
Engineer Yayo Akwaba, what more National Cooperative Mining Anwala.
Sheikh Sadif, the Deputy National Coordinator on so
Chief Sadiq, Le Yemo Onzi Jinavre,
Mr. Isaac Tando, CEO, Emma Minerals Commission, Ghana
Minerals Commission, Jimane Anwa Jinavre, Yamane Tando, Odanoko Owake.
Sanso, Ena Emmanuel Anyima. Mimi Freda Lembelekeke, on the Deputy CEO, Minerals Commission on so.
Minerals Commission, Edjak and Jinavone, so Nekania Moji Onzila, Yamane Emmanuel Anyima, and the Lembelekeke. Yawa Kwaba.
Mr. Ken Ashabo, CEO, Magana Chamber of Mines.
Mr. Ken Ashabo, CEO, Hifa. Ashigbe.
I am more mature, no matter in the my way. They be who near Bebo.
Honorable Wezo of
Mr. Isaac Essien, a board chair, Forestry Plantation Division Fund.
Board chair for Forestry Plantation Division Fund. Odanoko Yaya Akwaba Somaniala.
Sir, and so, and Mr. Patrick Apia Mensa.
Yamale Patrick Apia Mensa.
MD Heat Goldfields Bogos so
Jimakun Mabaflebe Hit Gold Bekwanyini Male Goldfields
Honorable Isaac Yossing Eyetrifo Etimokwa was Central Region MP
Mola Trifo Etimokwa MP Central
Sasuna Dr. Stephen Nawayo and so Ewaha
Dr. Stephen Nawayo Odanoko CEO for Wayo Engineering and Construction
Sasuna Mr. Peter Nuhu
Yamle Peter Nuhu,
Deputy Administrator, Feed Ghana.
Feed Ghana Jimane, Deputy Odanoko Owake.
Sasuna Honorable William Okofo Date Waha.
Honorable William Okofo Date Odanoko Owake Akwaba.
Professor J.S.Y. Kuma, Senior Advisor to the Minister of Lands and Natural Resources.
Professor J.S.Y. Kuma Odanoko Akwaba.
Honorable Herbert
Kua Dixon
Nzema East MC.
Honorable Dixon Kua Yayawa Akwaba.
Honorable Ebenezer Edu Ahanta West MC.
Ahanta West MC Yayawa Akwaba Nzema.
Honorable Maxwell Essien Deputy CEO. Yamfa de Shehoda and Shehoyi.
Deputy CEO. Honorable Maxwell Essien.
Pakwesi Shandorf Media Relations Officer. Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources.
Honorable Essien, Ministry of Land and Natural Resources. Adanoko Yakwaba.
So and a Professor Boachi Yadom and so
Professor Boachi Yadom. Adanoko Owake Akwaba.
And I'm a room for say Ashanti Regional Minister Waha.
Ashanti Regional Minister Odanoko Yaboy Duma Deba na yetinwa bi akoka
Owake Regional Minister.
Yimole Captain Smart Regional Minister.
Nti ye ni betu esika kase pa.
Yema ye be badu eskokwere mu ane oboara ke otekoko so ngbanyi malebe.
Nti no ubo modern na odi bibi ba ya wode be boa.
Sa Adonoko le de bi efa boa kachi.
Na wakoye ni faso ntenten so.
Ko ye sa femazo ndende efonzo.
Wakotua wabo modern no.
Na kodua echimo efo aboa ngazinga de bi obola oya okupu osenu.
Baby, I agree, no.
Alekamo yedri.
MP Bakwa.
MP kon.
Yen sini form one potemoha.
Mo ya ntoto yaze wo ye manzini yanula.
We are popular said then we didn't chiko krubi as one constituency or popular chain.
Ale popular anzake beli obadunu ha kenzen edionzia eduisu azo bebehiro oke wo bobo. Ale engineer woman subenu.
Ya bo bi ade ye bo nsema no.
Ya boy bi aduma ya boy ese no ye man.
Ba wo bo no nkwa ni din dia no bi asore.
Abo don che iduma ni meni le dwazo.
Metre.
Mekire. Honorable Emmanuel Ama Kofi Boa
by the purpose of the
Yemo ye ake okay o sentimo ene me no yemunya ya wakia.
Thank you. Awulai mo enezoli chairman nana komna nketia motos renu awulai mo nana mo obahima mo CEOs ne Ngbaimamo Beya, the Honorable Minister for Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts, my own sister, Abla Komashi. Oh, Bamabe Samba Mabe, show. Oh, the Western Regional Minister, Honorable Joe Nelson. Mia minua pa say schedule wa we jani nyina aba bedwan o ha mo yen say ma the Ashanti regional ministers piu ha ye wo ya ye nua mia minua ba Honorable Dr. Fotofe MP for Jomron and Deputy Minister for Transport, my able deputy minister. I must be frank, I am very, very proud of you. And now I can tell the world why I personally went to the president to say that you are the guy I want to be my deputy. I'm very proud of you. I'm very, very proud of you. We have a lot of dignitaries. I think if I try, I'll end up taking all my time. But I see members of parliament here. I'm very grateful for all of you, Council of State members, our senior conspirator, Honorable. Okay, when I say conspirator, I didn't say Honorable Totobi Kwachi, but people are assuming that. Honorable Samia Nkrumah, former MP and daughter of Osajifo, thank you so much for coming with this great man. I'm very proud. Now I'm China, you are very noir. So on this hallowed ground, this sacred place where the very soil seems to whisper with destiny, we gather to remember Osajifo once again. And we are here not merely to commemorate his birthday, but to commute with a vision that defied the confines of a single lifetime. Today on what will have been the 116th birthday of Osajifo, we celebrate his enduring, undeniable impact in the world, in Africa, and in Ghana. And this is why we chose the theme celebrating Nkrumah's enduring impact. And so we must ask, what is it about this man born right here in Nkroful that causes the world to still pause and take notice over a century that he's physically gone? Why does his name still command such reverence and for some such fear? Osajifo stood out because he was not just a politician, he was a prophet. He was not just a leader, he was a liberator. He did not see a Gold Coast, he saw an emancipated Ghana. He did not see a collection of colonies, he saw a united, powerful and proud and rich Africa. while others negotiated for a better place at the colonial table, Nkrumah's demand was a very simple one: absolute, a united, economically free Africa. His impact endures because the foundations he laid were not of sand, but of granite and steel. Just close your eyes and look around modern Ghana. You see his handiwork. Just pick few of them. The Akosombo Dam, the Temahabo. These are the arteries of foundational commerce. The Adomi Bridge and strategic bridges. The Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. University of Cape Coast. The Bank of Ghana. The Ghana Medical School. Tema Oil Refinery. And this is the story. And Ajib, which is now called ENI, will tell you the story. Osajifo had gone to the United Nations. He was sitting with an Italian prime minister. He says, I'm going to lunch with a good friend, businessman from Italy. Before the lunch was over, Osajifo had convinced that businessman that we have so much oil in the Tano Basin in Nzima. Just come and invest money and I will give you the oil. Just build me a refinery. And there it went. That Tema oil refinery was built. Guess what? We never discovered the oil. But the oil indeed was discovered right here. So what I've described are not mere projects. They were very deliberate, visionary building blocks of a modern, self-sufficient nation. That is the foundation that he laid. So they have lasted for decades and remain hugely beneficial because they were conceived not for the next election, but for the next century. But Osajifo's vision were not confined to the borders of Ghana. His soul was with the continent of Africa. He knew that Ghana's independence was going to be meaningless unless it was completely linked with the African continent economically. He was the chief architect of the OAU, which the forerunner of the AU. And even today in the 2025, we can all attest that everything that was said about the need for a united Africa is just true. So why can't we accept that Nkrumah never dies? It is for this reason that we must express our profound gratitude to a government and President John Mahama, who understands the weight of history. We thank him and his government for their consistent and courageous efforts to elevate, protect, and celebrate Osajifo's enviable legacy. President Mahama last year stood here, right here, and pledged to make this journey to Nkroful an official program of Ghana's tourism calendar. Today we thank him for fulfilling that promise, and the presence of the tourism minister speaks volume of his commitment. We thank you, Minister. We are also grateful with the collaboration with your agency. But this celebration is also very personal to me. People who know my personal ties with Osajifo. My great-grand-uncle, William Heinemann, was his personal confidant and financier, businessman of the CPP. His trusted DC of his hometown was my grand-uncle, J.B. Heinemann. And so I learned firsthand about the commitment, sacrifices, integrity, and selfless leadership that defined Osajifo. And I'm proud to have led the effort to transform his mausoleum today. We believe, as Nana has said, This journey to Nkroful will reach one day where it will be an African celebration. So what is the call of this celebration all about? Especially for the youth. This is not just a journey, a physical journey to a town. This is a journey. It is a journey that we must make in our minds and in our hearts. This journey is a journey of our minds and our hearts. It is a journey to rediscover the values of self-determination. A journey to discover what Osagyefo meant by selflessness. A journey to discover how to continue to make Ghana the shining star of Africa. Osagyefo dreams are not relics of the past. They are a blueprint for our future. In a world of uncertainty, his call for Africa economic integration, as I've said, is more relevant than ever. The journey to Nkroful is a pilgrimage to rededicate ourselves to our most cardinal civic responsibility. And as Sector Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, let me remind all of us that it is our sacred duty for every Ghanaian, as Nkrumah will tell us, to protect our pristine water bodies and forest reserves. Nkrumah fought to make sure we create what we call today the forestry community, to protect our forest. Because when the last tree dies, the last man is gone. I urge all Ghanaians to join in our vigorous fight against illegal mining, popularly known as Galamsey, which I have described as an environmental terrorism. It is. So this journey to Nkroful, all of us living here today must go. And when you cross the Ankobra, when you cross the Pra, when you see all the forests being decimated, so few people can be rich, just remember the journey to Nkroful, a journey to basically change the direction we are going in as a country. This is not a fight for a government. It is a collective fight for our chiefs and all key stakeholders. I say to you with the conviction of Osagyefo, who have loved to see as heirs of his legacy to become fierce guardians of our natural resources. Who have loved to see us defend our environment with unyielding courage. This is our fight. I've seen so many ministers who come to the ministry and go. But it's not about any individual. It's not about any individual. Just a few weeks ago, we heard a story. Oh, Ghana water is shut down. It started with Takwa. It went to Ashanti region. Now it's in the central region. I guess you are in the eastern region, so you think it's too far from you. It's coming to you. My friends, this journey to Nkroful says that wherever you find yourself, stand up. Let us all be the entrepreneurs who build industries he envisioned. Let's be the scientists who innovate Ghana and Africa. The teachers who educate with a pan-African conscience. The leaders who serve with selflessness. Let us live here today with a renewed pledge. Let us walk in the light of Osagyefo. Let us give oxygen to his dreams. Let us continue the journey from Nkroful to the very ends of everywhere we are going back to, carrying with us the unquenchable fire of freedom, unity, and a united Ghana. Long live the spirit of Osajifo. Long live Ghana. Osajifo never dies. Mechanism. Nkroful adindre. Mama hamro jokala. Oni adremo ye fa kare ya ho. Oli adindre we ya adwunu ne ya hunu. Adindre we ya adwunu ne ya hunu. Yedemo ye bize ye nwoke. Saninya Kwame Nkrumah work ya. Angamo ye yere nwila ai nzani ye ba ye nwa ba me adwunu ro ba me adwunu nre desuna kokoni o benia ye elemble ke ye nzura mu aya ke ye aduswa nanamo ngbavre nimra ye mu ara o ke ye dwazo because aninya Kwame Nkrumah work ya awo ba biza ke moti nzani ye nwa nzani ye nwa Ninya Kwame Nkrumah boli ye koko na yandie yaka ble durungro dwane Kwame Nkrumah hale na yandie ohali o na yande medaba sisma
Bawonsama Honorable Emmanuel Ama Kofi
esanu bola ne anzon esanu bola ne lichi yabonu ha kwere ya viama honorable Ama Kofi Bua se Kwame Nkrumah hale ne yande o hale no ko yamva
ejuma na yede aso ano no esopa
jima ne mo ya veye kwere honorable Ama Buala olukore.
It's a huge task.
Olutotoshia kwere pare.
Sa yensu ewo Ghana ha yase ni na
sa ezudrimo wo Ghana mari yenu amua mo
mamaga benum
mo yen mamaga balon la
the honorable Totobi Kwache benum
mo yen enya Totobi Kwache odo balon
ekutua di obenum
mo ekutua oda ko obalon ta ekutua
the Samia Yaba Nkrumah benum
mo yamame Samia Yaba Nkrumah
je na ya benuma ya se no
mo ye muara anga ya balon mo ye gwazo yele seche ila
ya se Kofi na nkoko sa akon na mai
bese ya papa Kofi Amabua ye ohoho za akon ne a
afre atwam a ye ba ye no na ensu a eda babia ye People's Assembly no na sei
afra ahendia ne mo ye gala ane azudire ne mo ba fle subre wo masolium ne enzikane ane yesa chekura
edu baby na mpanifo ka kire yan sema yan fa ye cameras ne nkoho
ashati ojulkala ane ngbanyile kake mvoniri ashira ne mama ya fabie wo akane
ena me nso me say ye ntiase
na mdako mizale beka yanga kone ele
enti ekotwai
ashati ye hopele mvoniri wake
ye wie adwumadie ne na honorable Emmanuel Ama Kofi Bua ka kire me say
ye wiele la honorable Bua hanhehia mke
so person mama adwuma ofra me cap
o kaka o mama jima ane imam duma cap
so person akokro me na osoma me soma enu odin a ofra me kojo
okuneke osumamwale kamonu wa yasia ane aka ofra me kojo
teya no se kojo
ekra yoju mekaza o se kojo
men ka ho asem bio
maka nwure dwake bi yako
na se nyame ya adom
na sa awura buaye
na se 7th December 2024
na sa 7 December bronya mekania no 2024 ni juzo
ebo no nwotwe anopa
na sa bebodo no motwe nwromo
na Ghana fo nwotwe sore nwotwe
na Ghana ma abura atwane motwe bedwazo don motwa
na se yeto abani wie
na sa yeto mani yewie
na bebo enumere no nwotwe
na bebo no sro don motwe
na se Ghana fo nwotwe kobohia radio
na Ghana ma ngoko motwe ko yia radio ngoko motwe
na ya bobo din se
na ya bo arumake
esrem gonja nwotwe ba
eselenu gonja gale nuha motwe
John Dramani Mahama
oda
ballot no so nwotwe
mo ania emando tore ni azo mo la motela na okun otozo a
ode ahode nwotwe bebo nwotwe so
obava anwo sese bangoko ngoko motwe
na wetimi
na ya hora ya niake
eti Emra meti say President Abodi Dinsa na be Minister for Lands and Natural Resources.
Na kemen dereke mari kwanyini aboiduma ke wa ho Ola Azere, One Agudiamo was the Rabo, and as Udrinia Anwala.
Because opening Washington Manabeton.
Akemengake. When you crema, you know about
over to you.
Ake Yatu Yama
Emmanuel.
Yamani Emmanuel.
As I say, in Ayaboa.
Okay, your Muana Yaboa.
So what you are doing, I'm saying, we're teaching in Zona.
What do I'm saying, one Munebianu, Ashiati, one more hours to Aquilazua. The Bafra Krasim Wako Miako Hospital. Yabavra or one Nawava any Sabi, Waho, Yakon. Now only your Muana Yakone.
Nti ye na ye nhye so saa
yemwana ye nzo na ezahane
ye fa se mo hia
ye va ye se no bole ye vie ya
Ashanti region
ye
ofana no disem kakra emrai
Ashanti region minister otenda meka ashi anu.
Thank you very much. Nana Chairman, Ministers of State present here, Nananom, Members of Parliament present here, CEOs. Nana Chairman, permit me to continue on the already existing protocol just to save time. I bring you greetings from the Guardian City of West Africa, i.e. Ashanti region for that matter. And we join you from all over the country and the world because of the treasure of a leader that through you, through Nkroful, through Nananom, Ghana, Africa, and the world was blessed with. As the Deputy Minister for Lands and Natural Resources rightly mentioned, the importance and the impact of Kwame Nkrumah was felt throughout the whole of Ghana, Africa, and the world for that matter. And whilst that impact was resonating across Ghana, Ashanti region was not left out. I'm sure many of you may have heard of the Kumasi Shoe Factory, which came by his great initiative, the cast timber processing. Under Osadefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, we saw a lot of upgrades in Ashanti region in education, our road network, and our health infrastructure. So rightly so, as the Chairman said, here is a mecca of nationalism, Africanism, loyalty to state, and loyalty to our nation. For which reason, as young leaders and as leaders of the country, we shouldn't miss any opportunity of coming here to be able to rekindle our spirit and be able to know that we have only one Ghana and we should be able to stand firmly and rebuild the country the way we want to have it in our future. So today, on the 116th birthday of Osadefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, we are not gathered here not only to remember a leader, but also to rekindle the fire of his vision. We are here to reflect on the journey he charted for Ghana and for Africa, and to renew our pledge to the ideals he lived for. So, upon reviewing most of his books, listening to most of his video and audio bits, we realize that these are the things that he stood for. He stood for courage and selfless leadership. So he says that we prefer self-government with danger to servitude with tranquility, which means that as leaders and as citizens, we should embrace responsibilities to take bold decisions and make personal sacrifices for a common good of the country. This means that we should reject corruption, we should reject nepotism, we should reject self-interest, and prioritize national and continental progress over individual gains. The second thing Kwame stood for, Dr. Kwame stood for, was to champion unity over division. And Nkrumah says that the forces that unite us are intrinsic and greater than the superimposed influences that keeps us apart. Here in our current and present day Ghana, we tend to be focusing on the things that divide us instead of the things that unite us. If Nkrumah were to be here today, he would definitely call on us to unite beyond our internal divisions and what we focus on, which will belittle our efforts in making sure we build the Ghana that we want. The third is to be forward-looking and development-driven. He says that we face neither east nor west, but we face forward. Yes, we may have spent a lot of years post-independence, but yet it is not late. We can reorganize. We can put ourselves together and make sure we overcome the challenges that bedevil this country. We can reorganize and make sure that we put this country on another trajectory of prosperity. So once again, I bring you greetings from Ashanti region, and I want to assure the good people of Nkroful and the good people of Western region that we are one in Ghana's development, and we will support every good thing that will ensure that the spirit of Kwame Nkrumah lives on and lives to rekindle our spirit. Indeed, Nkrumah lives forever. Thank you very much.
Yeda wase yeyomo
Honorable Amwakohene Ashanti Regional Minister.
Modern Delay Yiduma Ale Honorable Amwakohene Dr. Bokanwere Naimo Yole Ashanti Regional Minister.
Pacho Jamina Menda her worship awo emisa French.
Akiso huye ma yella yelike. Ye magistrate mo ola elemble court ne anwa. Her worship awo emisa French. Owakeze yaye akwaba sumani ala.
Yemo akwaba pa. Baby ayedro no
akele kama yejui.
Pese ye sakakra ne ye boy ensem kakra.
Ye bakundi yanwo echi.
Na yawo Western region yi de.
Yawo adolema nzilini anu dia.
Ye wanzema asase so de.
Na ya wanzema dia.
Ye ntimi ntwa kundum display njada.
Yenga hura yenga bo kundum anekane anwa yenga dela.
Na yemfa ensembo enhia.
Yeva yesenu bolemo sisi banzona ye yia.
Ebela
na
Ebela display Emre
Ebela Mamengachi Wake, CEO for Adamus Resources Limited. Ene Lei Aura Kene. Angela List, happy birthday.
Yebesre na moye ntem kakra amaye.
Bebo madre bema oyen dendende ovo maye mekane ene agwonwere wazaha mekeyenu.
Asa na won beba no
won bekama batabale
hyere so say ye wie debe ya
kacheka ye wie gwabore ehia
ye kohome kakra
ye balie enwenichi
ebo nondu a
obodo ne buru pe
ena fe candlelight procession no
akiye ba so channel na yado elongone
afi atwa mu no ye hyase wa haya
avra mo ezehola ye bole wobo wo aki ala
enti afi nso ye be hyase wa ha
avra hye no ko ye ba ye ezahane ala
bands ne yahodo ni na beba
band ngachire ne mamu aba
abo doma ye wo ha ina nwumre 10 o'clock
ye mu ala mo ye wakra bebodo ne buru no sore ya
na ye ina ye san e wa ha
ne ye mu ala ye sa ye yi akibia
afi ye de ye nka ne afakrom
ye ba va channel ne mamu a ye du alonga ne mazo
etwa eye osagefo cake no
na cake mo ye fa ya hache la ya penua
echina no pa
na ehimangro mo
ye be ba sorry
ye ba ga azunre
no ye da no sa na ye be no
ye dehu ne ala zahane ala ye
tino ye ba
yimoti se ye ba
tete na yapon ne ye ko
enjisha ndenda zone ye
enyumre no de
no ju ehimano soro nu a
na afei osagefo
na ne yake ye osagefo
Jenny to Nkroful
adindure edwane bore on plesili lelane
Jack Alolo bi be shase
Jack Alolo me
Obapa Christy beto aso
Obapa Christy badwazre
na fe PSC Esther atwaso
PSC Esther yo badwazwa
na nasi
nasi
na chese apon asore
ake yakwane asone de
na fe ye betiesi rough road
ake ye ju alagone no mazwa
betiesi rough road no so
ake rough road adene gidigidi ni azone
eno no de
Zimake
beto aso ho
yemo ye obabobo a
Narrow X atwaso
Narrow X badwazre
Akable beto aso
Akable belizo
na keche atwaso ho
keche badwazo
na yakohome kakra
ake beli omrichi
na fe yasate esimfinfin
ye babia ko a
they be fa yem papa jeduble
ambule
no so de yakọ keche se onu wi a
yemo wi a
na yakofa branche ba ko so abehim
ye ba va akpavro ko Kenata what's the then wo Kofi wi a
ye wi Kofi Kenata wi a
Kofi wi a
ese yakosa reggae kakra
ake hey ja rasta fried rice
okay na fe ya the black rasta aba be
the black rasta
ewie pe
why ya say be wi a
na fe ya to ya bo ase me say afiwe
Africa
Sarkodie will be here tomorrow.
Sack Nation. Bawakia.
Sarkodie etuya.
Sarkodie. Obede de pound baby.
Na afeno.
Ake
Samini.
Samini.
Na afe yewie
enwa.
Na ye nua pani.
Ye dom an ye die me
Freddie Mewe. Last
year no wake.
Da fin so obeba.
Africa no kon oberi piti amaye.
Surprise kakraka bi.
Bese mo wo fiare anu.
Secondary school war apam.
I'm a captain of Holy Secondary School. Apam, Mam Ngole Nas.
Iti apa your friend apa.
Apa, imo befre apa.
Na we ani free wa.
I ani fikania.
Na kade wo.
Ani ihamohala.
Sa surprise no.
Surprising.
Wa we ya we.
Adom ane.
Neso me ya we.
Adam koze.
Echina yumra.
Na so ni mo le shema.
Aha be ye de pa.
Oba ye ka ngege.
Ye jai mu ma ebela.
Ya ma ebela.
Na ofa kundum display no.
Ofa kundum ni ya viagre ye.
Emre ye.
Aha. Eba Kate. Winner, ye mo ye ofa kundum ni ya viagra. Tikobo number 1 ye ovia. Eba Kate. Ye mo ye avura hendia ne o ho odors wa the whole Ghana.
Asem Emano Maye. Yabrane Contino, Yabechucha, Yama be Sonaya and Tempted.
Wasano Fama Abella, Yamekane mo a white elati, Yabape Yanezo Azini, Naya Raya Yomwana.
Yafa and Sembo and Shia.
Yava Yasanabale year.
Yeah, Yamame.
Yemwana Yamame. Samia. Yaba.
And Nkrumah.
Nkrumah.
For Dr. Kwame Nkrumah.
Kwame Nkrumah, Ekunuala Umane. Oh, Bamia Boya Sani Yamaye, Bamia Boya Sani Yaviamaye.
Thank you, Captain Smart and MC. I greet all of you, but I want to acknowledge Nana Chairman, Omahene of Asikado, who, as many of you know, his uncle was a dear ally and friend of our dear father, Osajifo Kwame Nkrumah. And he helped a lot in the independence struggle and beyond. So it is just that he's our chairman for this occasion. Honorable Minister of Tourism, Honorable Gomashi, our big sister, thank you for gracing the occasion and coming to be with us to celebrate Osajifo. All the ministers who've made an effort to be here, the list is long, but we love all of you who made an effort to be here. All our deputy ministers who made an effort to be here, including our MP for Jomoro, my sister Dorcas, all former ministers and deputy ministers like our sister Catherine, former MP for Evalwa Juira. Thank you for your support. Our kings and queens, Nananum, Awolai and Nananum, Nana of Nkroful, Abu Swapeni of the Nkrumah family, in Nkroful, in Hafasini, thank you. Thank you for your support. All heads of institutions, MCs, DCEs, thank you for being here. Now I'm reserving special thanks to my brother, Kofi Amabor, Minister of Lands and Mineral Resources, for insisting that I come here to be with you this year. Thank you, my brother. Thank you for bringing the Nkrumah family here. God willing, next year we will be more in number. And I want to assure you that the family, the Kwame Nkrumah Foundation, which we will launch next year, is very happy to work with you and everybody who wants to promote and champion the good ideas and the vision of our dear father, Kwame Nkrumah. And you know why it's important to commemorate him, his life? It's important to tell his story, to keep on telling it over and over again. Before I tell you why, I must confess that just like Professor Akenya before me, I too was so impressed by the Gonja performance that the sound of gunshots took me back many years ago to a not so good day, but not in a bad day, not in a bad way, I mean. So I want to tell you a very little story, something that happened on 24th of February 1966. By the time Osajifo's family, our mother and the three of my siblings, the three of us, I mean, by the time we reached Cairo at the end of the day, we took refuge in Egypt. Our father had reached China, and when he knew we were settled, he wanted to call us, so he called us. He called us by phone, and he spoke to each and every one of us. And even though he had received a big blow, the illegal overthrow of his government had just taken place, he wanted to comfort us. He spoke to us one by one, our mother and the three of us, the children. And I remember what he told me. I will never forget it. When it was my turn, he said, Yaba, Yaba. He always called me Yaba. He never called me anything else. He said, Yaba, I do not want you to be afraid. Yaba, I want you to be strong. I don't want you to be afraid. And I took this to heart. I thought he had seen me crying the whole day because I was afraid of the guns. But no, he had a deeper message for us. What he was telling us, his family, his followers, his people, that we must not be afraid of telling his story. We must not be afraid of upholding his vision, because Kwame Nkrumah's story is Ghana's success story that must happen. And before I continue, I just want to thank the President Mahama, and the government of Ghana for reinstating, for restoring 21st of September rather, as Founders Day. And I know Osagyefo's birthday, and I know that the time will come when the whole of Ghana is going to unite behind Kwame Nkrumah's vision for us. Yes, indeed. We are free to uphold his vision. Now, I was saying that it's important to tell his story because his story is Ghana's success story that must be. Ghana's success story that must be is all contained in his writings, in his policies, in his books, which we must all work together to make available to the younger generation everywhere in Africa and everywhere where Africans are, all over the world. Those books, those writings, those speeches contain the secret to our success. The industrialization plan we heard others talk about, producing everything we need right here in Ghana, using our technology, using our indigenous knowledge system, our African knowledge in medicine, in politics, even in everything we do, and working hard with other African countries, never alone, other African countries, to build our industries, to build our infrastructure. So Kwame Nkrumah's story is the story of a great Ghana. And I'm grateful to all of you here who've gathered to hear it again and again, and to support NkrumahFest, and to make sure that we never forget that this great leader came from humble beginnings, from a beautiful village that has the potential to change the whole of Africa. So may God bless you, and may our ancestors, may Almighty God and our ancestors direct you and continue to give you the strength to follow in his footsteps. Thank you very much. Mesdames Oninia Asi. Mesdames Asi. How do we say this? Medabasi pale pale.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, yo mo sumaniala. Yeah, mame. Samia Yaba
Nkrumah. I'm ready to know. Yada niyama ne betum rika kakra.
Yeba dumrika echi yeba ngandichi.
Na afei akasa foni na awia.
Adenda vomane anza adendala ne amwana awia.
Akasa foni na awia.
Yeba di agichi.
Won wa be kapwa momo bo mo montena se home.
Wa momo eba do ejeke dwandure.
Cultural group no so montena se mo home.
Ake nas
mo beba.
Agure divumane beda ko media omle.
Ye fan sembo Enshia ye mame
yeva esenu bole bi ekun ye yia ye muana ye mame ye de bebi ala
honorable
mamaga
o say mamaga ne ye mame kese enti le duru ho na mama me ndenu mu ayedu
mamaga
Abla Jifa
Gomashi,
Minister for Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts.
Yedie ye mame kakala.
Nana Chairman, very, very distinguished Nananum. Nana Chairman, I want to appeal to you to permit me to stand on the existing protocols because indeed it's a long one. I am so happy and so sad at the same time. I'm happy because I have the opportunity today to join you to celebrate the journey to Nkroful in the year that His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama has returned as President of our Republic. I'm sad because as a people we have deviated from the journey on which this great man set us so we can call ourselves a great nation. Nana Chairman, it is an honor and a privilege to be here today, standing on this sacred ground where Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah first opened his eyes to the world. This is where he said the first words in his mother tongue. As we celebrate NkrumahFest 2025, christened Journey to Nkroful by the visionary presidents of our time, President John Dramani Mahama, the echoes of Dr. Nkrumah's history, courage, struggle, and vision are carried by our young people, artists, communities reverberate. Nana Chairman, all the people who have spoken before me have spoken such deep words of gratitude. It is good, but it is not enough. Nana Chairman, the thought of Osajifo reverberates the man who believed freedom must be followed by dignity, self-reliance, education, and unity. The architect of Ghana's independence in 1957, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, led our nation, the first sub-Saharan African country, to break free from colonial bondage. He believed in Pan-Africanism, the notion that the liberation of Ghana should lead to the emancipation of other African nations. Where have we gone from that time today? How far have we come? Are we still positioning our country to lead? Are we still determined to take our destiny into our own hands as Ghanaians? I will leave each of us to ponder over these questions and answer them with a clear conscience and determination to reset our mindset and our love for Ghana. The list of things that he did are a sign of deep love for states. They are a sign of deep love for nation. What are you and I positioning ourselves to do for this country? Osagyefo saw the need to invest in education because it is a foundational stone for the survival and development of the continent. And for poor people like I, or like me, the manifestation of this noble idea was the establishment of many educational institutions, including Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology in Kumasi, the University of Ghana, where shall I pause now to celebrate him for setting up the Institute of African Studies, my alma mater, and the School of Performing Arts, where I cut my teeth. He believed not only in academia, he believed in the power of our culture. He never turned his back on his culture. He celebrated it and set up an institution that encouraged us to study who we are and to promote the African personality. You all know the story of UCC and how it gave us our first female vice president of the Republic of Ghana, Professor Jane Nopokwa-Jiman, who served at university as vice chancellor. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as we walk once more upon the sacred ground and make the pilgrimage to Nkroful, we recall history, touching the life, the living spirit of Dr. Nkrumah, and hopefully that we immerse in his vision of dignity, identity, and passion for a truly united Africa. In this very humble birthplace of the man of the millennium, the cradle where the seed of greatness was born, we must reconnect with our roots and his dreams. We must gather here often in songs and dance, stories and speeches, and feel the drum. The drum speak with ancestral memory, carrying us beyond the moment into the soul of a people bound together by history, sacrifice, and the unbroken call of destiny. Ladies and gentlemen, today's Durbar should serve as a bridge that reminds us of Dr. Nkrumah's belief that culture is a fertile soil from which a nation draws its strength, and that our songs, ritual, dance forms, folklore, languages are not ornaments, but the very heart of our identity as Ghanaians and as Africans. In honor of this great legacy, therefore, we at the Ministry of Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts and our agencies have taken deliberate steps to ensure that the preservation, promotion, and development of our culture and heritage are not an afterthought, but the bedrock of our national development. Sites like the birthplace of Dr. Nkrumah in Nkroful must not fade into history, but must be preserved, nurtured, and celebrated as living monuments that continue to inspire, educate, and unite us throughout the year. I'm happy to see the indigents of Nzimaland in high and low places all come together to claim the rightful place in the story of Ghana and our Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. I want to thank all the people who have supported Honorable Amakofibua, my very beloved brother, in this journey. In the spirit of remembrance and celebration, we are grateful to His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama for his decision to reinstitute the Founders Day in honor of Dr. Nkrumah. This act of leadership restores our national consciousness and positions Osagyefo as a torchbearer of Ghana's independence as well as Africa's liberation, ensuring that generations to come will remember and celebrate his immense contribution to the emancipation of the African continent. In celebration of that, we will, in the month of October, as the Ministry of Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts, be celebrating the Afro Gastro Festival, inviting all Africans to share in our food culture, and our diplomatic community are invited. They have assured us of participation, and I throw the invitation to all of you as well. Nana Chairman, Nananum, distinguished elders, ladies and gentlemen, the celebration of this Durbar should charge all Ghanaians with a sacred responsibility to keep alive the ideals of which Dr. Kwame Nkrumah lived and labored. The idea of education for every Ghanaian child to rise on the wings of knowledge. The idea of self-reliance for our destiny to be shaped by our own hands. Together, walking this journey. The idea of unity for Ghana and Africa is to stand tall, strong, shoulder to shoulder as one people. And I urge you to join in that struggle. Very, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this celebration must become a national one. It should not be left in the hands of the people of Nzima alone. It should not be left in the hands of my brother Amakofi Bua, who has given everything he has to make this happen for the 5th time. This must be on the calendar of the Ministry of Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts. And we must ensure that it is not cleanable. It should not be cleaned. We know what happened to the attempt to retell our story, the history that we learned in school. There was an attempt to change it. That should not happen to this celebration. I urge all of us Ghanaians, for once, let us stand together and defend what is right. Being afraid is not part of the story of Kwame Nkrumah. If he wasn't afraid of the colonialists, why are we afraid of each other today? That even when our story is being retold, not as the truth, we sit down and watch. May our story change from today to be one that defends our country. Ghana belongs to all of us. May the life of Osagyefo Dr. Nkrumah inspire us to rise higher, to dream greater, and to build bolder. Long live Osagyefo, long live Ghana, long live Africa, united and free. Thank you, and God bless our homeland Ghana and make it great and strong. Akpanami, thank you very much.
Mamaga akpena oha akpena onufo akpena
kuku akpe. Pacho GH Medase Baby, I do know as I say it here, the keynote address.
Alkamoye Jui ake ngalie totoshie muane mo odeti ye yenela yala bazre.
There oye keynote speaker na ewie no.
Na mo ba vazahane ngalie adorane yagre yela.
He was proudly born at Axim in 1964.
Na ba wore wo brofo wo avure aprenekon ayangwana abulasia onis.
He's also a lawyer and a historian with doctorate in leadership education.
Na ole melali ye izanokon ole tetijwake karavure.
He's a fellow of the New York-based International Center for Transitional Justice.
Na yizukangoma ihomwa na ole amodrin don mo bievi aburuchi.
He's also a consultant in constitutional law and governance.
Na obaye constitutional law ole ewiemo besumbatu abedi adwene.
He's also an expert
na ezanoko ole
in African colonial history.
Na abaye ye bire ye titijwakenu a odanoko benvai benvia anzeke benzia onwo bengo.
Just recently, he was invited to Holland to deliver talks on slavery and the African diaspora. He was the recipient of the 2023 National Leadership Award.
Now, 2023, but mani award mo
which happened on the 18th of September 2023.
Now 2023 is honey. 2023 ne sane ngola ne no ye kanen motozo.
This year he was decorated with the Kwame Nkrumah African Leadership Awards by the West African International Magazine.
Na nguma bie anzaka da ukra vure mo da ukra vure ma bie mo be flebe West African Magazine la adan ko ba ma ya modern don.
His citation
Onua TV, ye dwene ho pa.
Ghana, Onua TV and the baby for Kra back room. Onua Bandmasters live at Zen Garden. Munya Krado, Esan say Yere be Wosumo. My darling, my sweetie. What she said, live band Kukudama Hoodwa Ehunyum, Enumwa Ekikiwo, Enumwa, every favorite music legends are Hoodwa. Nea Sema Wakwenya, no watch Shawajin Alpha performances in a fan spotlight segment. Our Bandmasters Onua Bandmasters live at Zen Garden in Fiadebia, 9 p.m. Onua TV so. Bandmasters, Bosso, baby.
You want to say? So, me akasa me pese me we di dada me di papa amakpi oh kata man ada ba sar kadangari ba anu na kasa ko kata yebe yara na ye sar kawa blene aba jina nana blene
o kasa fa na pampe monte un me sabe kam
6 o'clock a.m. you have to be here. What you say?
Yes.
Me MP complaints. Oh, ba, from 6 o'clock a.m. But remember, coffee, remember, then no me show some hundred. Let's say.
Chef, she said you fired her. What happened?
Madam, when the colleague was making herself useful here, and she was making herself useless, painting her nails.
Sit down. Close your eyes, open you will see me. I'm just like Christ. Hallelujah, amen. Say your price, I go pay in millions. In several eyes, we go deal in plutoniums. Oh yeah, wise, oh yeah, Rastafarian. Although oh yeah, nice, oh yeah, more than a lillian. Up in the skies, more than an alien. Or don't see me mind me, yes, Samson, Sonian. Sean the guys, commit the one.
Dre, Baba Bionya. Brother, me be certain. Dr. Dre, who free me? I said who free and I didn't put out.
I forget your mind.
No, how can I forget my mind? My mind is clear.
Are you forget where a quiet man put me correct for my hand?
It is not me that took the food from you. It mean catch him say me command. Take the food and I'm in fire. And see my mouth. And now it is Dr. Dre who is come and they told me one told you and you know what told you no baby food for no. Dr. Dre with three more thing. I guarantee you. I told you no baby food for. Yene ubu ya kosiano yo ho mili now I talk money now
you for kiss me yo I feel you for me oh yeah me antenna.
She was making herself useless, painting her nails. Now can you imagine that? What do you say dangerous?
Very, very dangerous. Hey, is it true? Is it true?
Ma, it's not true. I was there cooking, my brain and missing me cockles now fresh air, and he just came and started shouting on me.
Madam, when you say a day, it may be anywhere. The cote anymore, or pico dear. I don't bet much you company. Yes. Company is about family.
Listen, if you give someone a job to do, you give him the free hands to work. He is doing his job. And so also you are fired. You are fired.
Ma.
Yes.
You didn't cheat. I thought somebody would be defending, but I can't be a man. Now we're over the bay, and then they are not any buy. So after everything I've done for you, I've saved you here in Bongo, but through thick and thin. Wait, the man buy her just today. Ma, woman supposed to even fire me.
He is doing his job.
Toi uchikala utimkala mukositoi mukositoi utimkala utimkala mukositoi
Bongo bar. Oh Nicolas, bongo bar. Je t'efface, j'ai peur que le quartier me.
Oh dear, no problem. Say red nail polish no na say enya ne fe no ompa. Oh dear, no problem. Wa de ochina meye no blue. Me koy mejuma why. Let's go back to our normal way.
Listen, Daniel. Where do you think you are going? Where do you think you are going? Also a fire. Hey.
Man so ompa red. Oh dear, blue no so ompa. Oh dear, me taking it off. Why? If you don't like it, oh dear, man,
listen. Just go and stay home. Why don't you understand? Just go and stay home. Also, what?
Man, so Kwame.
Are you in Ejuma?
Oh, them miss my sister. Oh, them. Make a go in Ejuma. Why would you?
Just go home.
I'm coffee. Go catch your little bye. Go.
Property of the company na farmer info or Fandex on info for me BBA everything. I mean everything. Everything, please.
What of this?
Just go and stay home for now.
Small boy chef. Shocking.
Before you go, make I give you for the last ana. Baby, tell me what you want. Do you want it from the front? Do you want it from the back? Make I give you for the last ana.
Yo fu. Oh, in blow for your kumepe. In blow for your lege kumepe. Minisari. Thank you. Edeba say. Makachiro say kusuma me munawe ni kusuma munawe ni menye. Yeah. Edeba say.
Bebe catch my mommy said chef na come me no.
Umami oside.
Can you imagine saying whole kitchen hall instead of defending me? I'm your daughter. Instead of defending me, no. When you said we were standing by chef no side. I'm going to say our only chef no both of them want me to here.
Oh mommy, then they have no. Then they have mommy. And to mommy or funny chores you on pamu. And to usu ya pamu suko. And to unyavi. Hey, mommy catch you papa.
If I bring my dad here, you will see.
Yeah, oh Papa, he has the final say. Your father has the final say. Oh, a bed in here, Pamu. Who did to Mambo say, Tadio Yahu? Bed in here, Pamu. Hey, how did not to tell?
Daniel! Come here. What's the matter? Why are you crying? What happened?
My mother fired me.
Your mother fired you? For what?
I didn't do anything. I was just in the kitchen and he brought some new chef. Can you imagine? He backed the new chef to fire me.
This is unbelievable. You see, tell you the truth. Your mother don't have good plan for you. That's the summary of it all. She doesn't have good plan for you. Huh? What's the lady of your statures? Huh?